Let's start. Today we will see how to implement different text alignments in the CSS. In the body tag, we have written various paragraph tags, and we have applied different text alignments to them. Here we have 3 paragraphs, with left, right, and center as text alignments. Let's run this code in a browser. As you can see, this text is left aligned. This text is center aligned. And this text is right aligned. Next, we have written a long paragraph without any text alignment. So the end margins of this paragraph would not be aligned. Then we have written the exact same paragraph again, with justify as the text alignment. Let's run this code in a browser. As you can see, the end margins of this paragraph, which are without any text alignment, are not aligned with each other. Whereas, the ends of this paragraph whose text alignment is set to justify, are well aligned. Next, we have written a long paragraph. The text align last attribute is set to right. So only the last line of this paragraph would be right aligned. Similarly, we have written the same paragraph again, with the text align last attribute set to justify. So the last line of this paragraph would be justified. Similarly, we have written the same paragraph again, with the text align last attribute set to center. So the last line of this paragraph would be centered. Let's run this code in a browser. As you can see, the last line of this paragraph is right aligned. The last line of this paragraph is justified. The last line of this paragraph is centered. Next, we have written some text in a paragraph, and the direction attribute is set to RTL, which means the right to left. By default, the text is written from left to right. But we can change the text direction with the direction attribute like this. Similarly, we have written some text, and the direction attribute is set to RTL. Also, the Unicode by D attribute is set to by D override. By D stands for bidirectional. So this text would be right aligned. But also be mirrored, as we see the text in a mirror. Let's run this code in a browser. As you can see, this paragraph is written from right to left. And this paragraph is written right to left and is also mirrored. Next, we have an image and some text in a paragraph tag. By default, the baselines of the image and the text would be aligned with each other. The vertical align attribute is set to baseline over here, which is the default way. Similarly, here the vertical align attribute is set to the top, so the text would appear at the top of the image. Similarly, here the vertical align attribute is set to the bottom, so the text would appear at the bottom of the image. This is equivalent to the baseline attribute. Similarly, here the vertical align attribute is set to subscript, so the text would appear at the bottom of the image. This is equivalent to the baseline attribute. Similarly, here the vertical align attribute is set to superscript, so the text would appear below the image. Let's run this code in a browser. So that's it. That's how you can implement various text alignments in CSS. Thank you.